It's the Real Estate Trapper, and right now, we live in the trap. Let's get it. Welcome back for another video, and today we're going to talk about the CFPB and the report that they just released on the big three credit bureaus. And to be 100% honest with you, it's not looking good. The CFPB releases a report detailing consumer complaint response deficiencies of the big three credit bureaus. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion routinely fail to fully respond to consumers with errors. So I don't know if you all remember early on when the Biden administration first came in, they had an entire plan to actually get rid of all the credit bureaus and have the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, actually be the one and only credit bureau. And we only have one credit report and one credit score. And based on this article, it looks like they may be setting the stage for that. In the beginning of the article, it pretty much says that the credit bureaus started out in 2019 responding to only 25% of complaints, but to date, they're actually only responding to 2% of the complaints. And when the Fed asks the credit bureaus, why aren't they responding to any of the complaints? The reason for that is that people are having third-party companies, such as credit repair companies, file the complaints for them. And then the Fed responds, well, that's okay, that's actually legal. You know, people can have a third party file complaints for them. And pretty much, this is the reason why I tell people when they reach out to me to fix your own credit. You know, learn to do these things yourself. It's not just that, you know, these companies want to just take your money. You know, as you can see, if you actually read the article, and I'll put the link in the description to the article, they're not responding to these companies that are disputing on your behalf. So, you know, when I was fixing my credit, you know, I filed the disputes myself. Now, here's another crazy thing. There's a tactic that you can fix your credit with when you contact the CFPB, and then the CFPB will contact the credit bureaus on your behalf. If you want to put it in terms of the street, the credit bureaus are running off on the plug. So pretty much the CFPB asks, hey, when we reach out to you all, why haven't you all been responding to us? Credit bureaus just pretty said, we just don't give a fuck. It's going to be pretty much over for the credit bureaus because they're basically saying, hey, you all are breaking the law. You aren't responding to people that are saying, hey, I have inaccuracies on my credit report. We're reaching out to you. Y'all aren't responding to us. None of this is legal. So in the report, it said that Equifax and TransUnion were basically just sending people just random responses with actually no evidence. They're supposed to actually provide evidence that shows, hey, we have evidence that this is your credit, that this is your credit card, that this charge off is real, this is really yours. In 2020, the credit bureaus pretty much said, you know what? If somebody's using a third party reporting agency, we're no longer responding. So that's the reason why a lot of people weren't getting results. You know, because of the pandemic, when that first started, you had all of these people getting into the credit repair business. And again, like I've said before on this channel, these companies watch YouTube just like everybody else. So when they see this stuff and they get these template letters in the mail, you know, and, you know, they get these letters from these companies for, you know, on your behalf, they know what's going on. So that's what they do. They trash that shit and don't even respond. So here you are paying these companies for a year or so, but you aren't getting the results. That's because the credit bureaus know what's going on. And I always tell people the best thing to do is fix your own credit. If they do get rid of the credit bureaus and become, you know, a one credit score system, a one credit bureau system, it's going to be a gift and it's going to be a curse. Let's start with the good. The good thing is if you really do have inaccuracies and you send this, you know, to this new government agency, accurate and thorough investigation and fix your credit report. But the bad side to that is if you're somebody who actually owns these debts and you messed up your own credit and you're trying to get this stuff fixed, 9 times out of 10, you won't be able to fix it because it is very hard to, with these government agencies, to, you know, you can't trick them. And at the same time, if you're submitting, you know, reports saying, hey, this ain't mine, this isn't mine, whatever, you know, that's borderline fraud. You know, if you're doing it to a private company, that's different. But if you're going to the feds and saying this ain't mine or whatever, and you're committing fraud, then you may get, you know, knocked at the door from the DEA. So, you know, that's the good and the bad of it. The other thing is, what's probably going to happen if they do go to a one credit score system, they'll probably take an average of your scores and then you'll have one score. And anything that's bad that's on your report, you're pretty much stuck with. Because again, if it's yours and the federal government is involved and they can get actual proof, they're going to provide that proof and you're stuck with it. So, you know, just in conclusion, I'll put the link in the description so you can read the article. But pretty much what I think is going to happen is there's going to be a federal lawsuit against all three bureaus, and the people who were hurt may get like some sort of payment, and then they're just going to completely just get rid of all three credit bureaus and move everybody's credit scores to a one system, one credit report, one score system at some point in the future. Now, it may not be, next week or next month. It may be, 2-3 years from now, maybe 5 years, but it's coming. If you need to fix your credit, do it yourself and do it fast, okay? Keep sending the letters in, Don't ever, dispute anything online because you have to give up your rights when you do it. Keep sending in dispute letters, but do it yourself. Don't hire a company. As you can see, as provided in the letter, they are not responding to any third parties doing any disputes on your behalf. But yeah, I just wanted to just, bring this to light, is to show you all what's going on in the background. Sometimes you gotta remove the noise and look in between the lines and see what's really going on. And this is what's happening. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna keep getting rich around here. Believe that.